My name is Antonio Gonzalez. I am the president at Taxa Outdoors. We design and manufacture adventure equipment that you can sleep in. Our adventure vehicles, our adventure campers, everything that we do as a product is just a little bit unique to the industry as a whole. The reason we've gone after this segment of the market, and the reason we've actually focused more and more of our efforts to the next generation of RVers, who in current numbers is the largest buying segment of buyers out there, right? It's the millennials. And so one of the things that we have done is partner with influencers. So these are folks that are out there, pro skiers, pro mountain bikers, pro climbers, and those are the people that are giving us the feedback in terms of what they want to see. And that's what we're designing for. That's who we're designing for. Now, not to say that a family with a couple of young kids don't find our products interesting and exciting. They definitely do. But again, we are really focused on what you could do with your products, taking it out into the bush, right? Boondocking, being off the grid, extremely lightweight. That's also one of the key things that we'll focus on here, but it's definitely something that we are, again, continue to push the envelope on the design, the minimalistic, and then just the ruggedness of our campers. 3 words that are in bold there is really, again, what we believe in, right? Environmental friendly, sustainable, and smaller vehicles, okay? That is something, you see my shirt, I love nature. So this is something that we, again, it's something that drives us, something that we really have a mission towards. I sit on the board of Leave No Trace, which is a center for outdoor ethics based out of Boulder, Colorado. And we also get input from them in terms of, hey, here's what public lands are doing. Here's what we should be focusing on in terms of really preserving our public lands and really kind of working with government and policymakers to understand what the impact is, right? I mean, right now, there's a lot of talk in Washington, D.C. about public lands and where people camp. And we're right in the middle of it in terms of having a voice. So I mentioned lightweight, bit of a stretch, right? So not so much, right? So lightweight, not a Fiat could pull our newest Mantis, but definitely a smaller SUV crossover will do the job, right? I mean, all of our products are engineered with space-age material. Garrett will kind of jump on here and talk a little bit about his background in NASA in terms of when I say space-age. So how much do our units weigh? 2,800 pounds is the heaviest, going down by 1,500, 1,300, and 900 pounds. So, as I mentioned, still very lightweight. The use of high quality, durable material is something that that allows us to be able to do this with our manufacturing in Texas. So what do we encourage? Treading lightly the environment, right? Again, I keep going back to this notion, and it's really, again, who we are. Right, we're folks that, we're former backpackers, we're former mountain bikers, people that continue to use the land, and so these are some of the things that we encourage our consumers to do more and more. Responsible ways to adventure, right? So bouldering, climbing, not about just jumping on a rock and leaving studs and leaving rope out there, right? But I mean, there is a responsible way to do this. And our mission and our product and our culture talks about it every day. Stewardships of the outdoors, again, right? The outdoors focused on the goodness of what people do outdoor when they go and camp. Doing and not watching, right? It's all good, said and done, pound your chest and say, hey, we're part of this, but we do a lot of what we say, and we're proud of that. And the big thing is fun, right? At the end of the day, I mean, how much fun is it really to get out into a remote area, not necessarily a national or state park, but really find that dirt road, that Forest Service road, where our units are rugged enough to be able to take on the gravel, to take on the adventure road, the adventure life, and having a hell of a good time every time you go out there and do that. It says basically, I mean, we don't aspire to be the latest and greatest RV company. Sorry, we just don't. We aspire for people to get outside. Right? That's what our products do. That's what our mission does. That's what we're all about at Taxa Outdoors. This is a recent photo shoot again, right? We build products that use high quality, durable material. You heard the Truma folks up here earlier. We use their system. We don't shy away from putting in some of the best components in our system, and you'll see that once you kind of walk around. We do partnerships from everyone from Yeti coolers, when we're both Texas companies, but also Goal Zero, Thule. Those are big partners of ours, and they're very much aligned with how rugged and how lightweight our campers are. So in terms of a product roadmap, we started with the Cricket 3 years ago. So I mentioned that was the Cricket at Burning Man. Every year after that, we've added a new product, the Tiger Moth. Again, micro camper, sleeps 2. You can actually get a rooftop tent up on top, so now it sleeps 4. So it's a very cool way to, again, put the kids up on top, forget about them, so to speak, and then parents could possibly go downstairs. But it expands the sleeping quarters, right? Expands the opportunity for you to still be small, be lightweight, get out there, take as many folks with you as possible, and strap all your gear in and around the product itself. Speaking about gear haulers, the Woolly Bear. The Woolly Bear is our 900-pound gear hauler, right? This is the ultimate hauling vehicle, again, with the rooftop tent, so you can actually sleep on top. Can't sleep inside it, but can sleep on top. Strap bikes, strap kayaks, strap canoes, anything that you can take with you. And then, lo and behold, the Mantis. So I'll let Garrett kind of jump up here a little bit, and as the founder and lead designer, talk a little bit about the Mantis.
Yeah, so I'm not a millennial, I'm a little bit older than that. All these products are also secretly designed for me, and those are my bikes and Antonio's bikes and my kayaks and all those things. So I always design and think about Venn diagrams and how do we overlap? What are the 25-year-olds like, and what is a 70-year-old like? And how can I make something easy for both of them to use in whatever way they want to figure out? I'm an architect by training, and then I moved to Houston and became a space architect working on the International Space Station and lunar habitats. And that's where a lot of this came from. I looked at the RV industry and thought, I have small kids, I want to be comfortable and safe and secure, and yet I want to go camping. And so when I invented the Cricket, I actually thought, before I knew any of the regulations, that I was inventing an anti-RV. And thinking, this is equipment, and I can sleep in it, and I can get out of the weather, and mosquitoes won't eat me alive. And then now I am smarter and wiser, and see our company fitting into a continuum, but we're definitely pushed and reaching towards the outdoor industry. And what do people who don't want to sleep on the ground anymore want to get inside and go do? So when we think, as my NASA brain says, all these, we design systems. So can we design a way, the purchase of a tow vehicle by being low weight? Can we design a way, the need to rent a spot to store your RV because everything fits in a garage, even the Mantis, though just maybe by this much, and not if you have too many paint cans. But that kind of thinking goes in and sweeps through the trailer of how do you use the backpack that you already own? How do you make a ceiling that's useful, like a spaceship, instead of just having a ceiling? So we have attach points for gear and for people, and one of my favorite customers is in a wheelchair and hoists himself around with handholds that are hanging from the ceiling. So Antonio showed our product portfolio, and we're going from camping and sweeping right into the Mantis, our biggest product, which is, like every manufacturer here, the 18-foot trailer with an inside bathroom that sleeps 4 adults. And then with our systems thinking, can it fit in a garage? How many bikes and how many kayaks can we put inside or outside? and see how far people go, and inspire us to go further, and sometimes scare us with how far they've gone. But get out there. I feel, trying to think of Lenny's, there's the RV, and then the AV is something out, the adventure vehicle, and then one of our investors is the PTV, for the personal transformation vehicle, which I think was Lenny imagining getting way out there and having some revelation to bring back to society. I don't know what else to say. I love talking about this. I love figuring out the difference between a house on wheels, which is a requirement for many people, and what comfortable camping is, and when it includes a kitchen, and when it includes a furnace, and when it doesn't, and the kind of people who all head towards one path or another about trying to have experiences that they don't have at home, and trying to be intelligent about how to integrate technology, and when to choose not to. For instance, we don't sell flat screen TVs. We assume you own a laptop and you can watch a movie that way, or on your phone. We don't object to you watching a movie in the woods. I do that with my kids, but I like not building in a stove if you're going to be cooking outside. I have that choice. The Mantis is our most house on wheels like thing, but it has excellent ground clearance and attach points and systems for all these adventures that people might have.